Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia. That's me. Whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is yoga for a strong center. So this is a core focused yoga practice, but rather than just doing core work on the mat, we're going to be moving through a flow, moving through some of our familiar yoga postures and feeling how the core really supports us in these postures. So you don't need anything for this practice except yourself. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's start off in a comfortable seated position. So please take a moment to find a nice cozy seat, rooting down through your hips, lifting tall up through your spine, relaxing your arms and letting your eyelids close. Giving yourself a few moments here to really arrive on your yoga mat today. Noticing how you feel in your physical body. Paying some special attention to this area of your core, your center, this space all around your abdomen, your back, your hips. Noticing whatever thoughts may be passing through in this moment, whatever emotions may be popping up. And once you have that awareness, you've acknowledged what is there, let's let that go with the breath. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Letting your attention be just on this flow of each inhale and exhale. Acknowledging that all the other stuff is important. But right now, we get to focus on simply being. Being in this moment, being in the body, and taking this time to move in a way that feels really good for you. Following your breath in and out through your nose, finding this steady rhythm. And when you're ready, we're going to add a bit of movement to this breath. Eyes can stay closed or you can flutter them open. As we inhale and sweep both arms out and up to the sky. Then exhale, release your arms out and down. Again, inhaling to sweep your arms up. Feel this length through the sides of your waist. And exhaling to release your arms down. One more like that. Inhale, sweeping to the sky. Maybe look to your thumbs. And exhale to release down. This time as you inhale, please sweep your arms out and up. With your exhale, sweep your arms back behind you now, dropping your fingertips behind your hips, rocking your heart forward, rolling your shoulders back, and finding a little back bend. Breathing through the space of your chest, take another inhale here. And as you exhale, sweep your arms forward, hugging your arms, reaching your hands back towards your shoulders. Maybe letting the chin tuck, letting the spine round as you breathe into that space behind the heart. Staying for another breath in and breath out. And inhale, coming back up to a nice tall spine, relaxing your arms. Maybe take a few rolls of the shoulders if that feels nice. And then please bring your legs straight out in front of you, reaching long on your yoga mat. Sitting yourself up nice and tall here. Arms are going to reach forward as we take a big breath in. As you breathe out, start to hug your belly button towards your spine and roll yourself down onto your back. So moving as slowly as you can, arms can come back to help you if you'd like. Arms reach to the sky here as you take a breath in. With your breath out, start to lift your head and shoulders away from the floor, curling the rest of your spine up with you as you come back up to a nice tall seat. Let's try that again. This time, option to bend the knees if that feels easier for you today. Taking your inhale to sit tall and your exhale to roll it back. Maybe even hands come onto the legs as you roll down. Taking an inhale on your back. And as you exhale, rolling yourself up. Beautiful. Feeling some heat building in the core as you inhale up top. And exhale, start to lower yourself down with control. Let's take another inhale right here, arms reaching up. Exhale, lift head, shoulders, spine away from the floor, sit up tall. Just one more as we inhale here. With your exhale, tuck your tailbone, hug your navel in, and roll yourself down. Staying down this time, let's reach the arms back behind. Arms by the ears, toes reaching forward. Let's take a big breath in here. And let it out. Beautiful. Let's take another inhale right here in our full body stretch. Now as you exhale, actively draw your belly button towards the floor. Keep that action in the navel as you draw your right knee towards your chest. Hands come to grab that right leg. Find a gentle hug in here. Now, as you next inhale, lift your head and shoulders off the floor. With your exhale, let's lift that left leg to hover. So reaching that left leg really nice and long, feeling the low back push towards the mat, the navel really hugging in. Now let's take an inhale right here. As you exhale, switch. Bring that left knee in, reach the right leg long. Inhale to switch, right knee in. And exhale, switch, left knee in. Keep that going. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, left. Inhale, follow your breath. And exhale. Just a few more, you got this. Inhale, building that heat in the core. Exhale, left knee in. Last one, inhale, right knee. Exhale, left knee. Now please hold for a moment. Keep that left knee hugging into your chest. Use your next exhale to release your head, your shoulders, your right leg towards the floor. When you're ready, that right knee will come in to meet the left, wrapping yourself up in a nice big hug. And then opening the legs nice and wide. Let's hold on to the backs of the thighs. Kick your heels to the sky as you draw your knees down towards your armpits in your happy baby pose. So option to keep your hands here on the backs of your thighs, just kind of using the weight of your arms to help open the hips. Or it might feel nice to grab onto your ankles, maybe even your big toes. And again, encourage that gentle pulling down to help the hips open up. Maybe a bit of movement here, even if that feels nice, as we take just a few more breaths here. Enjoying a little bit of sensation through the hips and the core to really wake things up before we really get into our flow. In your happy baby, please take one more breath in. As you breathe out, collect your knees together in front of your chest. Hands will come to the backs of your thighs this time. As you inhale, lift your head and shoulders, hug the navel in. Remember that sensation of those roll downs we just did. And let's find that strength of the core as we rock up onto the sits bones. See if you can find a little hover. And then rock back to your shoulder blades. Again, rocking up to the sits bones, back to the shoulders. Do that a couple times, as much as it feels fun. And then eventually bringing yourself up through that hover and to a seated position. Nice, let's rock over onto hands and knees when you're ready. Passing through all fours, just taking a moment to plant down through the fingertips, tuck the toes, and then finding energy in the legs as you push the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Let's find a little movement here as we drop the right heel to the mat, let the left knee bend. And then switch, bend that right knee, let the left heel drop. Again, switching, right heel drops down. And again, left heel drops down. And we're going to take this pedaling action through the feet and take that into a kind of strut towards the top of the mat. So stepping up little by little, feet coming up to meet your hands, eventually landing in your forward fold with both feet planted underneath your hips. Perhaps grabbing opposite elbows as you hang heavy here, letting your head drop down, gazes back through the legs to help you relax your neck. And let's stay for another full breath in here. And let it out. As you inhale, slowly start to bring yourself up to standing. Taking your time as you anchor the feet down and lift your spine up, eventually coming into your mountain pose. Nice, let's warm things up with a few rounds of our sun salutation A. So standing in your Tadasana at the top of your mat, please inhale, rise your arms, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale to find your halfway lift, hands find shins or thighs. Exhale, fold forward, bring your fingertips to the floor. Stepping back into your plank pose here. Let's stack the shoulders over the wrists, and for now, drop the knees down to the mat. Take an inhale here, really strong through the shoulders. As you exhale, lower down to your belly, keeping your elbows tight by your sides. Anchoring through your pelvis, take an inhale to lift your heart just a couple inches, baby cobra. And exhale, float your forehead down towards the mat. Strong arms as you inhale and push up through hands and knees. Once again, tucking your toes. As you exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Really anchoring through the fingertips, the balls of the feet as you take an inhale here. And exhale. Please inhale to bend your knees, look forward to your thumbs. And exhale, take that walk or that strut towards the top of your mat. Inhale for your halfway lift, finding a flat back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise, coming all the way up to stand, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Let's do that again. Follow your breath as you inhale and rise your arms. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold and plant through your palms. Stepping back to plank with an inhale. Find that strength through your entire body as you push up away from the earth. Now, knees lowered or lifted for this one. Let's take another breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lower to your belly, elbows hugging in. Inhale, lift your heart for baby cobra, or maybe rise a little higher to your cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees, tuck the toes. And exhale, send it back into your downward facing dog. Pausing here for a breath in and breath out. Inhaling to bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or take a couple big steps to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round. Take this at your own pace. Taking an inhale to rise your arms. Exhale to fold forward. Your inhale lifts you up into that halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Stepping back to that plank position, let's take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower down all the way or halfway to chaturanga. Flipping your feet, inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. And as you exhale, send your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Breath in here and breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or lightly hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reaching for the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Mountain pose at the top of your mat. Take a breath in and let it out. Hopefully feeling a little bit more heat built up in the body now. Let's keep this going, moving into our flow. Standing tall, standing proud. Let's shift some weight over to the right leg. Nice. Now as you inhale, sweep your arms up and bring your left knee with you. Feel the navel hug in to help you lift that left knee towards your chest. Take another inhale here. And exhale, sweep your arms back as you step your left foot back behind you, staying on the ball of your foot in a lunge. Navel stays lifting away from that front thigh as you hover here. Take your next inhale to sweep your arms forward, so strong. Exhale, open yourself up into warrior two, dropping your back heel down. Give yourself a moment to settle in here. Readjust if needed, stepping the feet wider apart, closer together, until you feel nice and steady and stable here. Then settling into that nice bend of the front knee, pushing through the back foot. Let's take a full breath in and complete breath out. Now with your next inhale, sweep that right arm back behind you. Find reverse warrior. As you exhale, bring the right arm all the way forward to your right thigh. Left arm overhead, side angle. We're going to flow with the breath. Inhale, sweeping back, reverse warrior. And exhale, bringing it forward to side angle. 3 more times. Please follow your breath here. Feeling the strength of your center helping you to transition. Really feeling your core in action as we move through these postures. You got this. 1 more time as you inhale back to reverse warrior. Exhaling forward to side angle. This time hold it here. Heart is open towards that left side of your mat. Left arm hugging towards your left ear. Now let's add that right arm in, hugging towards the right ear, really stretching, reaching through the fingertips. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently release that right hand down. Nice. Inhale, sweep it back, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way to the mat. Turn that left hip to face the front of your mat. You're in a lunge. Please rock your weight forward towards that right foot. Maybe even walk your fingertips forward. Take an inhale, shift weight to the right leg. Exhale, lift the left leg as you fold over the right thigh. Standing splits, really pushing up and out of that right foot. Finding a little squeeze of that left glute to lift the left leg. Stay right here, holding the pose, or inhale here. Exhale, bend both knees and curl into a little ball. Then inhale, sweep it back out, nice strong left leg. Exhale, curl it in. 3 more. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, curl it in. Feel that nice strong core. Inhale. And exhale. You got this. Just 1 more. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, hug it in. This time, stepping that left foot down next to your right. Find your forward fold. Take a moment here. Notice that right leg probably feels a little bit different than your left. Let's stay for a breath in and breath out. Inhale, halfway lift here. Find a nice long spine. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reaching for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full breath in. Complete breath out. This time, shifting weight over towards that left leg. Let's hug the hips, hug the navel as we inhale, arms up and right knee up. Keep pushing down through your left foot, really hugging that right knee in as you take another inhale here. Exhale, sweep your arms back, step that right foot back and find a lunge. Hips and shoulders stay square as you really power through the legs. Take another inhale here to sweep your arms straight forward by your ears. And then exhale, open up into your warrior two. Beautiful. Take a few moments to settle in. I'm just going to turn to face you. Left heel in line with your right inner arch. Opening through your hips, opening through your heart. As you settle into your warrior two, please take a breath in. And breath out. Here we go. As you inhale, sweep your left arm back. Find reverse warrior. As you exhale, bring it all the way forward to side angle. Right arm over your right ear. Find your flow. As you inhale, sweep it back, reverse warrior. Exhale, bring it forward to side angle. 3 more times. Inhale, reverse warrior. Legs stay strong. Exhale, side angle. 2 more. So nothing changing in the lower body here. Just finding this movement through the torso, guided by that strength of your center. With your exhale, landing in your side angle, let's hold it here. This time, as you push through that outer edge of the right foot, really hug that right arm towards your right ear. Maybe you choose to lift the left arm in line with your left ear. Everything's optional, so play around, see what works for you. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, drop that left arm down. Nice. Inhale, sweep it back, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands come all the way to frame your left foot. Square off your hips. Find your lunge. Getting ready to rock your weight forward, maybe walking your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Let's take an inhale, shift your weight. As you exhale, lift that right leg, fold over your left toes. Standing splits as best you can, squaring off your hips, so resisting that urge to really open up here. See if you can keep everything nice and centered. And then if you want to add your flow, we're going to inhale with that right leg lifted. Exhale to curl that right knee towards your chest. Breathe with it as you inhale, reach the right leg back. Exhale to curl it in. 3 more. Inhale here. And exhale. Stick with it. Inhale. Exhale, curl it in. You got this. 1 more. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, curl that right knee towards your nose. And then step your right foot down next to your left. Forward fold, release. Let's take a breath in. And let it out. With your inhale, find a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to the ground. Stepping yourself back into your plank position. Let's once again stack those shoulders over the wrists. Find that nice, strong, long shape through the body. Now shift some weight to that left leg. So as you inhale, you can lift that right foot to hover. With your exhale, bend that right knee wide towards your right elbow. Nice. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Just one more. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, stepping that right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. Well done. Wiggle that left foot back and gently lower your left knee, finding yourself in your lizard lunge stretch. So please take a moment to drop your hips down, lift your heart up. Notice how that stretch feels. So really honing in on the front of that left thigh and into your right hip. Notice if you have any discomfort in that right knee, you can play with turning your right toes out slightly, see if that helps relieve some pressure. Now you have the option to stay right here, lifted up on your palms, or if you'd like, you can lower down, coming onto a prop or onto your forearms as we rest for a moment in our lizard lunge. So we'll be here for about 3 more rounds of breath, giving yourself a moment to really stretch through the hips and slow down your breath. So probably by now feeling some of this heat that we've built up in the body, maybe even feeling your body is kind of shaking a little bit or tingling. That's all part of the practice, baby. Let's take another inhale here in our lizard. Stay for your exhale. As you inhale, please lift back to your palms if you're not already there. Left hand will plant to the far left edge of your mat. Right hand finds your right thigh. As you inhale, think about lengthening forward. With your exhale, press into your hands and turn your chest to the right, opening into a twist. So with this twist, you have the option of leaning back into that left hand, left hip a little bit more, almost like adding a back bend into this twist. Feeling that release through the hips as you take another inhale here. With your exhale, gently unwind your twist, bringing your hands back down. Tucking your back toes, lift that back knee. Right foot steps back to meet your left. We're in a plank. Same thing other side. So this time, left foot's gonna hover. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee wide to your left elbow. Inhale, sweep it back. You got this. Exhale, hug it in to your left elbow. One more. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, stepping your left foot nice and wide to the outer edge of your left hand. Wiggling that right foot back, dropping your right knee so you feel that sweet stretch through the top of the right thigh. Once again, maybe playing around with adjusting that front foot, front hip so that you have no pain, no pinching through the knee joints. And then letting your hips drop down, feeling that stretch, that nice sweet release. Now, once again, you have the option of staying nice and lifted here on the hands. Maybe you have a block, a pillow nearby that you can bring your elbows down onto. Or maybe it feels okay, there's no strain to bring your elbows all the way to the mat. Doesn't matter what level you're at today, wherever the arms are, just make sure you're comfortable. You're gonna get the same stretch no matter what. And once again, we're here for 3 more rounds of breath. Starting to bring your breath back to that natural, steady rhythm of inhales and exhales, just like we were cultivating at the start of our practice. Now let's take another full breath in and complete breath out. With your next inhale, lifting back towards your palms. Right hand plants to the outer edge of your mat. Left hand finds your left thigh. Inhale for length. And exhale, turn into your twist, facing your chest towards that right knee. Or that left knee, excuse me. Dropping that right hip down and leaning into your right hand. Now, if it feels good, you can really lean back into this, even pushing into that left thigh as you enjoy this twist. Let's take another inhale right here. As you exhale, slowly, gently unwind, coming back through center. And this time we're going to keep that right knee down and just slide that left leg back to meet the right. Letting the knees open wide as your big toes come together behind you and dropping back into your extended child's pose. Forehead coming down to rest on the mat or on your hands. Hips getting heavy, reaching towards the heels. Doesn't matter if they actually touch the feet or not. Let's take a few moments to enjoy some stillness here, just focusing on the breath. Letting the body kind of soak in everything you just did. All the benefits of the strength building, of the stretching, all of it coming together in this beautiful, wacky practice that we call yoga. And let's take another full breath in here. And let it out. As you next inhale, slowly rise, bringing yourself up out of your child's pose and coming to a seated position on your mat once again. Scooting yourself to about the midpoint of your mat, legs stretched long in front of you, arms reaching out in line with your legs. This should look pretty familiar. One more time, we're going to inhale to sit up tall. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, hug your belly button in, and roll yourself down onto your back. Beautiful. As you arrive, relax your arms by your sides. Bend your knees, plant the soles of your feet onto the floor, and find a nice flat back here, relaxing the length of your body onto the floor. Now, arms are resting by your sides, feet are firmly rooted into the mat, about hips width distance apart, those feet. Now let's think about four corners here as we push through both feet and both shoulder blades. From those four corners, push down to inhale and lift your hips up, coming into a bridge pose. Perhaps it feels helpful to grab the outer edges of your mat and actively pull your mat apart, helping you to kind of roll your arms underneath you and give you a little bit more lift here. But wherever you are, let's take another inhale and exhale. Slowly, slowly lower your booty back to the mat. Take a breath in here. And breath out. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times here. So anchoring through those four corners, lengthen your tailbone towards your heels and inhale to push up, lifting your pelvis. Thinking about lengthening through the front of your body as you push down through your feet, lift up through your glutes. Feeling all that strength of your back body here as you take another inhale. And exhale to slowly, slowly lower yourself back down. Pause, relax for a moment as you breathe in. And breathe out. One more back bend today. Here we go. Pushing through the upper arms, through the feet. Take your inhale to rise your hips into your bridge. Keeping the legs strong, almost like they're magnetized towards one another, but the knees keep pointing straight forward in line with your toes. Feel that strength of the legs, the back. Take another breath in here. And as you breathe out, let yourself lower down with control, coming back to rest on the earth. Arms move away from your sides as you step your feet nice and wide apart and start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Sweet release through the hips here after that. Feeling even this gentle twisting movement through the spine. Hopefully that feels really sweet. Now we're going to take this windshield wiper action of the legs and slowly start to straighten the legs out long on the mat. So kind of wiggling the legs side to side as you start to lengthen out, eventually coming towards your Shavasana, your corpse pose. As you stretch those legs out long, let the feet fall open, relaxing through your toes. Arms still resting by your sides, palms facing up, fingers relaxed. And if it feels safe and comfortable for you, you can close your eyes, letting yourself really drop into this space of rest. This respite at the end of your practice, where you can really let yourself soak in everything you just did on your yoga mat. And as best you can during this time in your Shavasana, allow your body to physically relax, knowing that you are supported by your yoga mat. And allow your breath to settle into its own natural rhythm. There's nowhere else you have to be, nothing else you have to do. You just get to be here now. And this is where I'll leave you for today to enjoy your time in Shavasana. Please stay as long as you'd like here. But I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Be well.